Good morning. Hello, good morning. It's Nemi here with a early morning makeup class for my lack of internet last Thursday. You are here Sunday. Oh no, is it Monday? No, it is Monday, the last day of the long weekend. And again, it's Nemi Batstone here with Nemi's Crafty Cafe. Not too sure if many of you are awake, but it's about 10 o'clock in the morning on Monday. The sun is just starting to peek out, and I am going to forewarn you that there may be some banging and some noise in the background because I warned my husband that I was coming on Facebook Live, and he just doesn't care and wants to get the house done on the outside. So I think he's stressed and trying to make up for the lack of outdoor beautiful weather because of all the rain. Good morning, Barb. How are you today? Thanks for joining me. So if you are here, say hello, send out a shout out. Don't forget to like and share. I've got a couple of card designs that I want to share with you that hopefully doesn't use, I think I've got, that doesn't use too much product. And can you tell me by spelling? I haven't, no kidding it. All good, all good. So this will be, if you're not here today, you can catch it on the replay. Of course, this is also going to be a replay on my YouTube page. So feel free later to fast forward or pause or rewind, whatever you feel like as you make these and create these cards. Okay, let's get started because I know for a fact it's going to get really noisy and really annoying. But there's nothing I can do about that right now. It is what it is. So let's give her. So let me just get a few announcements here, and as well as some things set up. I tried to get prepped ahead of time as much as I could, but things just aren't working out as I planned. We didn't get home till 2 a.m. yesterday. So, or I shouldn't say yesterday. I would say we didn't get home till 2 a.m. this morning is more like it. My parents are leaving for Philippines for 2 months. So yesterday we got together for a lovely dinner made by my brother, not my husband. My husband can't barbecue. And we had some brisket, some yummy brisket that my brother made with a homemade sauce. It was fantastic. It was so delicious. And then we played mahjong. If many of you know what mahjong is, it is a kind of like rummy tile game that is a lot of fun. But anyway, by the time we were done, it was 1 a.m. So I was really tired. Okay, so just a quick note. I do run every year an In Color Club. I usually do this with a few other demonstrators, but our schedules couldn't jive, so I am running In Color Club with Marie. So all of our new In Colors are absolutely stunning, but also pricey if you want to get them all at once. Now I say pricey, but for those of us who are crafty, it might not be pricey at all. Easy to purchase, but if you want to get it without breaking the bank, right off the hop, you get your 5 colors, right? So each month what I do is you each get a different color every month, and you get 1 ink pad. You also get one of the right markers. So you'll get one of these as well, and plus the coordinating blends that go along with it. So say your color was Orchid Oasis, so you would get all of this. Plus you would get some twine. So you'd get half a roll of the twine, plus half a roll, sorry, I'm just reaching here, half a roll of the metallic ribbon. And then you also get the matching cardstock. Also, the coordinating DSP, which I have here somewhere. Plus, you get another, as a gift from me, you get a full accessory, whichever one we decide to use. But I might change it to half, because a lot of people always say I forgot. I was reading my notes and my feedback, And my last year's participants said they were fine with half a pack to start with, because it's not like every time you actually like the accessory. So this way you're not stuck with a full roll. So I may change that up and then add some DSP. So I'll see what you all say when you join, because I will tailor it. And we meet once a month on Zoom, and we create 4 projects. So they are layout pages, cards, 3D projects, whatever it is. And the other bonus is it runs from June to September. So the nice thing is 2 months you get celebration items. So you get 2 celebration items for free. And then as well as September, we're into our new fall catalog. So you'll also get that. And then at the end, you get a free gift from me as well. Okay, so that's in Color Club. So sign up. I believe I have the link up in my post up top. And I just need your email address so I can get you started onto a monthly automatic billing system. Okay, and then big date to remember is June 18th. We have the big craft de-stash. I've been working on cleaning out my craft space. I literally have 3 boxes full of stuff ready to go to get rid of. So it's a lot. I should take a picture. I might take a picture of everything I'm de-stashing just for fun. And that is June 18th. So it is not at 10. It's actually running from 9 o'clock to 3. And if you are a Prairie Grass stamper and a friend of ours and participating as a vendor, you get to shop on Friday night instead of Saturday morning and beat the rush. And that is a fun event that you will definitely want to bring your cash with, but we also take credit card and debit. And I have to double check, but there might be a 2.5% extra charge for credit, because that's what the company charges us to run credit cards, but no fee for debits. But I will double check that and let you know at the actual event. Now, if you don't want to wait until in Color Club, you can join the Prairie Grass Stampers and get $99.25 in free new in Color Club, which is the actual stamp sets, the card sets, the grid paper, and also the DSP. And I believe 1, 2, 3, I said 3 things. There's a 4th thing and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. I should have wrote that here. That would have been smart. Anyway, and if not, then of course in Color Club. We start in Color Club on June 8th. And there is no deadline, so the kits are always made, ready to go, and you can order at any time, and you can always catch up at any time as well. So June 8th, and then we will give you all the dates for each of the month, so you can mark them in your calendars, and when we get together, Zoom. Now, you also get a Facebook page, so we record all of our sessions together, and then that way you always have them for reference, plus a tutorial that you have for hard copy as well. Okay. So you can join the Prairie Grass Stampers. This ends at the end of the month. You got 2 more weeks to sign up. And you get all of this for just $135. So $144 plus GST. But not only that, you get freebies for me. You get to join our fun community of paper crafters. We meet once a month. We do challenges. We do swaps. We do shares. We do guest designers as well, so they show us some, so each of us get to rotate and do that. What else do we do? Oh, we do birthday club. We do lots of fun things, so definitely something to consider. And whatever's left after June, I am going to do as a BOGO sale, which is a buy one get one. It is running and starting on Canada Day, because I will be off that day, so will most of us, and festivities don't really start till the evening, so I will run my online BOGO sale on July 1st in the morning, wrap it up, go watch some fireworks, and then you'll have a week to shop. I get a lot of questions about BOGO, so I will explain that another day, but really it's literally you pick out all the stuff that you want from my retired stash, and instead of then you purchase the same value in new items, and then you get my retired stuff for free. Yeah, free. I just said that. Free. So that's why it's a buy one, get one. So pretty much if you pick up $70 worth of supplies. Oh, by the way, that's also celebration. So you get a celebration item for free, Plus you get $70 in retired product, and you get $70 of new product. So for only $70, wow, that's crazy. Anyway, I am running right now, you can join the He's the Man collection, and we're going to do a stamp camp for He's the Man, because He's the Man is, it's a great set. And it's not often you get a lot of really good masculine stuff, but what I really love about this too is it comes with ephemera. All of these are like little stickers and stuff, and it's a great way to run your scrapbook pages and make cards quick and fast. So I'm really looking forward to that because I got a lot of Father's Day cards. So watch out for that in June for one of my Facebook Lives, and then the rest will be done at Stamp Camp. Okay, let's get started. I was creating here and playing and never finished that card. So I have 2 cards to create with you, and we are going to be focusing on the Hues of Happiness. Hues of Happiness is a popular set, and it just came back in stock again. And it has this gorgeous DSP pack here. It is absolutely stunning. I have it here. And if you are part of our Stampin' Retreat this weekend coming up, you actually get a sampling pack of it. So it's got some glorious backsides to it. I love this flower paper here, by the way. And there we go. These are just a few of the samples, but it is a lot of fun to play with. And I'm surprised this paper hasn't gone on low inventory yet, but that's okay. This bundle has already gone on back order once, and it is now available again. But the nice thing about this set, or this collection, which has like all these fantastic products, by the way, and coordinates with 6 different colors, is it's only $95.75. That is a fantastic price, less than $100, and you get the bundle, the paper, and the glossy dots, which are just dropped my roll there, which is this here. So we also provided everyone with a sampling of the glossy dots in their retreat pack. So I'm really excited. I'll be sharing the unboxing with you of that afterwards when we have already done unboxing with the participants. Okay, so let's get started. Blah, 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 blah. I know I'm talking too much. Let me sip my coffee. That's probably why. Okay, so here's a nice thing about I got a little pot here. The paper is that the coordinating dies, let me grab them here, that go with this stamp set, and you can see here on my paper, you know what, I'm just going to take this off for a second. I may or may not use it because it will show up more on the black, is that it actually fits right in here. So let me just zoom that down a bit. There we go. There, better view of it like that. So you can actually take these and place them right on here. Like, I mean, you can fussy cut. Like, for us scrapbookers, we used to fussy cut all the time. And in fact, we still fussy cut. And, or not, like, for some reason I can't. This is what happens when you do Facebook Lives at 10 a.m. I don't know how some of those people, some of those amazing crafters out there can do it. But there you go. Oh my gosh. Why am I having such a hard time finding this? This morning I was like, boom, and it was right there. I think this one goes right there. What the heck? No, they're all the same. So, okay, embarrassing moment. This is supposed to go on here perfectly, and now I'm struggling. There we go. Just spinning, kept spinning it one too many times. It's because you got those light edges, and I wasn't seeing the light, really light colors on there, but that's where that goes, and you can see that these fit in there so beautifully without any problems, or you know, so you don't have to fussy cut if you don't want to. You can easily take these and throw them on there and cut them out. which is what I've done. And you see here, you can see where I've die cut a few of them already and punched them out. So here's a little tip. On our new dies now, there's this little dot here at the end of some of them. And if you line that up with the stem or the skinny part or a line that's within it, that should help you center your entire die. So some of them are pretty intricate. We have quite a few that are similar to lawn fawn, and having those small pieces do make it a little difficult to line up, but that's your little trick, so that when you die cut it, just make sure that that is right in the center of your skinny piece, your stem or your balloon ribbon or whatever it is, and you should be able to line up perfectly. So I did notice that, and that makes a big difference. Okay, so I've already die cut these already, so we are good to go. It also has this fancy pattern. I had this all cut for you to show you, but I can't seem to find it. And of course, 2 border edges, which is really fun and nice to actually have. Okay, I'm gonna put that away before I lose them. And I've already cut them. So let's get started. So I'm gonna need my mat here because we're gonna do some blending. So I've got a couple cards that I've created. So you'll need some card bases, and I really want to play with in colors because, you know, I have an in color camp coming up. So in color club. So I want to show you how beautiful these actually work. So I'm just gonna move on up here. So I'm going to use 3 of my favorite colors, and that is 3 of the new favorite colors, and that is Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, and Orchid Oasis. And we're going to create a couple cards just using whatever pieces we have available, okay? So that's something else I always like to share with you, is to use your paper most efficiently and effectively. I guess it's the engineer in me, and that's what I do for my daily work. So that's what I want to share with you here. Okay, so let's get started. So we need a piece of cardstock, which I did have prepped already and stuck. Where did I put you? Oh, goodness. See, this is what happens when you work first thing in the morning. Okay, so let's slide these up. I had it sitting here. Now, what did I do with it? Okay, well, we'll just cut a new one because that's just wasting time trying to find it. So I wanted to use shimmery white because my original card, I wanted to make it stand out a bit. And we're going to twist it up a bit here. Let me show you. So here's the card I made. It's right here. And I felt it needed a little more bling, but I thought we would do some stenciling instead. So here I embossed. This one I used the embossing die that creates this beautiful background on there, which I had prepped sitting here ready to go to share with you. What is wrong with me? Here it is. There it is. So this is the Stitch Greenery. Let me take it out and show you here. So here's the Stitch Greenery. So what I did was I blended it first and then used the Stitch Greenery to create that pattern because it just needed something else to pop on there. But not a lot of work. Just take anything, dry brush it, and then just take whatever die you have or embossing folder and give it a little bit of texture or something. So I thought we would try something different, and I was playing with that earlier, and that is use some stenciling. So we're going to use one of the new stencils. Now what I did was I grabbed some shimmery white. So I'm going to move this for a second. And we're going to trim this down to the size I need. So just want to make sure I've got my right side here. I think I'm good. So, like I said, it might get a little noisy, so I apologize, but my hubby, oh, why did I do that? I actually want this one bigger. Let me try that again. Ugh. So I want this at, I don't want it too small. So we're going to trim this down to your standard card front size. Most of you should know this. And if you don't, we're going to create something similar to this in Color Club. But So this is your standard front size, 4 by 5 1/4, right? And I'm just gonna grab some paper. I've got my ink ready to go. So let's open these. And I've got my Orchid Oasis. I've got my Parakeet Partay. And then we have Tahitian Tide. So I don't know if you've seen any of the new colors, but I'm loving, loving, loving all of them. I've yet to decide which is my favorite, but I think it's going to be Tahitian Tide. So we're just going to color this. So this is the shimmery white. And the reason I picked shimmery white is because it has that Wink of Stella look in it already. And I wanted that shimmer in there without having to use my Wink of Stella pen and coloring the whole thing. Because I felt it just needed that little bling. So we don't need a lot of color in there. I'm just putting a little bit. And here's the fun thing about blending is you can blend in angles, you can blend in shapes, you can blend in rows, columns, whatever your heart desires. You know, do whatever you want. And then if you don't like it, you could always change it up, right? Because it's just ink and paper. So you can either keep adding and make it as light and dark as you want, or you can change it up by doing whatever your heart desires. Now, okay, I was having some trouble earlier with this brush, but I cleaned my other brush because it was giving me lots of streaks. And so I'm hoping this one is better. And I don't know if my other brush is dry yet. But it's all good because we only need to do a light shade here. But I'm just going to work it off to the side here to make sure I'm okay. Now, you could run your bands as thick or as dark as you like. And then I'm just going to... I always like to make sure, though, I don't have any straight-looking harsh lines. I guess that's more the right word. A harsh line going on. So I like to blend that green the green and blue together as much as possible so that you just don't get those harsh lines going on in there. Okay, now I'm going to pull out my last color, which is the Orchid Oasis, and then I'm going to come on in here and fill that into the bottom half. Okay, so again, we don't need a lot because we're going to use a stencil. So it can be as light or as dark as you want. Don't worry, it'll still shine through. Okay, I think I'm good. I like it, and I can see that sparkle. You probably can't because it's through video. So it's a little bit harder to see. Okay, so here's one of the new stencils that comes in the kit. And our stencils this time are actually a layered stencil. So there is a background drop to this, and then there's also the plaid, which I really, really love. That's one of my favorites. So I'm really excited that that's finally come in. So the way I like to line up my stencils, and I will need some masking tape here. Where is it? Okay. So I've got my masking roll. Now, you could just line it up straight smack in the middle and be good to go. But I like to line mine up into the edges and the corners because then I know I'm actually straight. So there is lines or edging there that I can see, and I'm just going to plop that in there. Now, sometimes what I like to do when I'm masking is I always just have a bigger piece and then I trim it down. Because then there's sections of it that I like and maybe sections that I don't. And then I can trim it to the size that I actually want. So as soon as I get this lined up, and I will flip it over because I'm going to line it up along the back. So people will usually mask or tape their stencil down onto their work surface, but I like to tape mine to the back of my mask because then I know for sure it's not going to move. And I do have a magnetic plate that I use for coloring and painting, but I'm not going to bring that out right now. There. So now that's where it needs to be. And then I can play peekaboo and check it at the same time to make sure it's still good. So there we go. Okay, so now my mask is on. And now we're going to go back in with those colors. So I'm just going to flip this and use the other side for my tapping. I can also tap on here, but I just didn't find it was working very well for me this morning. Okay. So now I'm just going to go over again with the same colors in the same spots, or somewhat the same spots. And that's going to give me my two-tone and give me my texture look that I'm looking for. So like I say, if you don't have a mask or masks that can work with this, then you can just use an embossing folder as well, just to give it a little more texture, because it looks a little blah, in my opinion, without it. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the blue. But really, it's your choice, your style, so do as you wish with that. I just want to inspire you and help you try something new and different. Something inside my paper there. Huh. Okay. So, just going in there. I'm like, I do have it on the right side, right? And I do like to blend it in with the other colors so you get that look. So here, let's give me a sneak peek. See? See how that looks? So pretty. So sneak peek. And then I'm going to turn it so you have a better view. And I'm right-handed, so I always like to work the other way. So I'm just going to go in here again and then get that last color in. And I can tell as I'm doing this, I can see here how dark it's actually going. So then I know how far I want to go with my coloring. So again, super easy. And masks are a great tool to have. You don't need to, they can be used all year round for any occasion. And they're just fun. And you can do them on layout pages. You can do them on cards, on 3D projects, whatever your heart desires. So they just add that nice texture and dimension that really make things pop. Okay, so I think I'm good, except I need more green up top. So I'm just going to go in with my green up here because I don't think it's dark enough. So all weekend, how's your long weekend been? I hope you've been getting in a lot of yard work, prepping. Well, I guess it was raining and it's kind of cold, really cold. Not too sure if any of you had anywhere to go camping, but ta-da! So now this is water-based paint. So or ink, I should say. So all you have to do is just run it under some water and you're good to go. Some soapy water if you need, and it's ready. I got this nice pattern on my masking tape, which can be reused, so don't think you can't. And there it is right there. So I saw a similar, these two cards I'm making are actually something I saw off Simon Says Stamps. Somebody else did something similar, and I just tweaked it and thought, oh, that's beautiful. I know what I can do with those. So there you go. So you can do any 3 colors you want. You could probably do 4 if you really want to as well. You could go in patterns or in any shape, but that is what that looks like. So I'm going to let that dry for a second there, and we'll put that aside. In the meantime, we'll work on the second card that we need. And the reason I'm saying a second card is because I don't want to waste. So we're using up what we have, and they're going to alternate into each other. So again, I cut my pieces and I put them down somewhere, and then I got distracted and now I can't find them. Isn't that hilarious? So it's here somewhere. Oh wait, maybe under my journal. Nope, not there. Oh, I know. It's with my embossing folder, which I put where? I always love that. This always happens to me, right? And then I try and get ahead, and then I don't. There I go. I see it now. Just going to put my brushes away so I don't get ink everywhere. And we are going to take the Fern 3D folder, which is so pretty. And I have my piece in it. Oh my. And I even have my stamp set ready to roll. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, there it is. See? Found my two pieces. They're sitting with the stamp set. Okay, so this is one of the pieces I used. And my original design here actually used the Tahitian Tide. But this time I thought I would use the Parakeet Party. So we're going to run this through our embossing folder. This is a new Fern 3D folder. Absolutely stunning and fun. So I'm going to raise you up a bit here just to give me some room. And my camera, for some reason, is flipping, like the weight is pushing it towards me. It's not wanting to stay straight. I don't know what's wrong with my camera holder. But I apologize if it's all cockeyed crooked. So I will try and turn it to match the camera angle to not make you sick. Okay. So let's grab our embossing plates. So this is a 3D embossing folder. So we only need the two plates, the 1 and the 4. Let's get this prepped. So what I love about 3D embossing folders is you can use either side, right? So 3-dimensional, which means it has a front side and a back side, and you can use it as your heart desires. So you can use either side and not go wrong. And I'm just going to stick that onto there, put my top over top, and just run it through. So this one's a little wider. I never tried it, so I don't believe I can. Well, maybe I can. I should check the catalog and see if I can put it through. Oh, shoot. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to punch my hole first. Ha! So let's try that again. Now, the reason why I say that is because I wanted to use one of the new stitch dies, and it's harder to do if it puts here. I'll show you. I'll do it and I'll show you. It may make a ridge. Let's see if it does or doesn't. Then we'll know for sure. Sometimes what happens, and this is why I always like to die cut first, but if you have a punch, it's never an issue. But if you die cut first, sometimes it leaves a marking. So I might, let's see if I don't. We'll see if we don't have that issue. I'll put it on the back side. Yeah, no, that's not going to work because I need it. I need it for the other card. So it isn't going to work because then I won't see my stitch. So I'm going to put that there. Just stick some masking tape. Make sure I'm good. Yep. So I don't need that big of a piece, really. Just want to make sure I'm centered. Okay, so let's get my other pads. So this is a magic mat from scrapbook.com. Not magnetic, but just acts as another plate to last your plates longer. I do love it. Oh, my coffee's like shaking. This is why my camera's also not up there. So, let's see here. I don't know if you've seen our new stitch dies. Oh no! Oh, I wrecked my paper. That doesn't happen often. That's weird. Okay, I'm going to cut another one. That normally does not happen. So I don't know why that was very sticky. It's masking tape. It's not supposed to be sticky. That's so weird. So let me grab a smaller piece. Might be because I had tape on it. So let me cut a piece off of it. And tape. That doesn't make sense. It is tape. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, there's lots of noise. Wish they would just go on the lake already. The plan was to go to the cottage today. They haven't left yet. Then I would have all day to craft, all by myself, in silence. Wouldn't that be blissful? Okay. Let's make sure this one doesn't rip the paper. Yay! I guess my piece was just too big. Who knows? That's not normal. Okay, we're going to save that because we need it. Let's try that again. Okay. The joy of live. On replay, you can fast forward this part and just get to where you need to go. So, let's get our emboss again. Line that up. I always like to line it up to that line because then I know I'm straight. There you go. Don't think it really matters because it's Fern and it's all over the place. But if you were doing something that had straight lines or rows, then you'd probably want to make sure that that's straight. Otherwise, your pattern would be slightly off. Okay, that looks pretty good. Maybe a little too much to the left, in my opinion. But it's good. Box this baby up. And move it out of the way. And now we have our second card. So I think it's a little too much there, but that's just me. Okay, so to make the next card, we need our card base. I'm going to try and straighten you so you don't look so crooked. There we go. Now we're going to, oh, I already scored this. Sweet. So we're going to just take our card base, fold it in half, give it a nice burnish. There we go. So that's my front. Now I'm going to position this to where I would like it to go. Let's see here. Oops. Sorry, I just have to bring it a little closer. Okay. Right about there. And then I'm going to add my tape on there. And all I'm trying to do is find that circle. So you could either take a pencil and mark that circle, so then you roughly know where you are. But me, I can do it without, so I don't need it. So now I'm going to take my stamp set. Now, you can pick whatever sentiment you want. This is the Happiness Abounds that comes with it. And it comes with some amazing sayings in there already. So I'm going to see if I can use that one. And these are polymer stamps. So we're going to need a base. So I'm just going to bring that in here or find my pad. But I can just use this and go like that and choose wishing you all. Let's see if that fits. Or it might be too big. No, it's good. Wishing you all the happiness. So now I'm going to go slightly up because I'm going to add some flowers to this. So we're going to make sure we're in the right spot. Then we're going to grab our pad here. And I can use any color or whatever ink color you want. But I'm going to just be boring and use pretty much basic black. So I got my memento here. And I'm just stamping that on there. I apologize. My boys are going a little nuts and I have no clue why. Must be the sugar that they had from their cereal. I don't know. Who knows? So I'm just going to stamp that in there. Hold it in place for about a few seconds there. And there we go. There's my stamp. That's it. We can also stamp the inside. So we'll do that in a second. And that's ready to go. So now that comes into the front like that. And this will go on top. So in order to layer that on, this is an easy card, easy to do. As you can see, we're using as much as we can here. And we're going to put that on. Now I like to take my edge off of this here. Off of my dimensionals. Pick your side that you want. And then I'm going to just mold it along the edges. My kids probably don't realize I'm actually on a Facebook Live right now. So, you know, they're making lots of noise without realizing I'm recording. So, again, the joy of boys. Okay, so we're going to line that up, go like that. And now I'm good, and I know it's going to be flush. So I'm just going to add a few into the corners here, and then I should be good. Right now, you could also just use a whole adhesive foam sheet if you wanted to, and just cut that off. But I didn't want to deal with the circle in the middle, and I wanted to make sure I had that circle flush, so just so that it's not lifting off the page. I mean, when it goes in the mail, it'll be fine. So now we're going to center this, and remember that saying is slightly higher than normal. There you go. And then now we're going to add our flowers. So I took liberty to take time and cut a few of these out already. Oh, I forgot to cut a different color. So we might need to go in there and get a different color. Because I used it, I guess, on my other ones. Maybe I'll grab a yellow. Okay, can't even pick this up. So these are going to go here. I think this one is too big. Yeah, it's just too big. And I've got some leaves. So, yeah, I've got 2 pink flowers here. I think I might want a different color. So let's run this through. I'm wasting time again. Oh my. Hopefully I'm not losing too much time here. Let's get this out of the way. And let's pick a couple other colors. Layer it up again. Okay, we got our layer here. I'm going to line up those dies. I think I want this one right here. Get right in there. So these fit like perfectly in there. Like so. And maybe I'll steal another leaf since I'm here. I think the 2 is not enough. Let's get this third one. See if I can get this one right beside it. Oh, I can. Sweet. Oops. So my kids don't know I'm on Facebook Live right now. And I just want you to know they might come over and just start yelling at me. My hubby has obviously kindly stopped hammering. So thank you very much, my dear. In case occasionally he likes to hop on and see what I'm doing. So you never know. He might be listening right now. Okay, so we're going to run that through. You get to see those dies in action. I was hoping to save you some time on that. But obviously not. And we'll pull that out. And there's our flower. And we'll get our second one. Ooh, that one shifted a little. So did this one, I think. Yep, just a bit. So I didn't do great because I'm live and stressed and panicking. So my apologies. Not normal, but what happens when it's first thing in the morning. Okay, not the greatest die cutting in the world, in my opinion. But we will make do. In fact, I'll just fix that up. So like I said, you don't need to actually die cut them. You could fussy cut. But I'm not a big fussy cutter. I don't know about the rest of you. But I don't like doing it. So I really don't even need to go that far because I know I'm going to tuck it. Now, where did I do with my card? See? Oh my, there it is. Okay, are you in there? Let's get you down a bit more. There we go. So all we have left, I just didn't want that tone on tone there, is to put these down wherever we think we want them. So you decide how you like to lay your flowers, but I think going something like this. And that'll bring it all around there. And then I can even tuck two. Nope, I can't tuck two. I don't like that. Oh, maybe I'll switch. I think this is what I did with my original card, but I think it'll work better when it's tucked. It just brings it all around more. I can push this up a bit. So this is what we like to call dry fit. So you know where you're actually putting or wanting to add your flowers. And that looks pretty good. Okay, so now we gotta stick them together. So I'm just gonna grab some mini glue dots here before I and stick my flowers together. Oh gosh, everything's falling. What's going on? Then I know where I want my flowers. Yes, this panel is Parakeet Party. And these are obviously from the DSP. So now we're just going to take, now remember, it is hanging off the edge there, but that's okay because there's nothing there. So you can put a dimensional there and then dimensional here, but remember we dimensional it once already. So that means I have to put two so that I get the right height. So I'm going to show you because I'm going to add one there. If I leave just one, then it's going to be off balance. So I actually need two. And so I'm going to layer the two there. Now, it'll still go in the mail perfectly fine, just so you know. Two is probably your biggest layer, and then it wouldn't go into the overweight. And now I'm going to leave those spaces open because I may want to tuck in my leaves there. And so that gives me room. So I'm going to position my flowers where I want it. Now remember, I only had that one, what do you call it? That one glue dot. So then that gives me room to twist this and manipulate that where I want it. Now I've got room to just tuck in. So I can tuck in my flowers or leaves, sorry, and put that in there and just use dimensionals, or I can pop them up as well. So I think I'm going to pop them up. So, or some of them anyway. So I'm going to add a dimensional on the back, or sorry, pop dart. Oh, mini glue dot on the back there. And now I need a dimensional on there. Now that's small. So I'm going to grab my minis here and steal one. And because they're so small, I'm going to use my take your pick tool. Be careful, Bishop. And stick that there. And then this one I'm going to tuck and pop up. So as long as, I know many of you have seen me do this many times, where I like to put a glue dot on one end, stick that down, and then pop these up. Now, if you leave it loose like that, in the mail, it'll flatten. So to keep it from being flat, I like to stick a mini glue dot along the back side, and then that makes it pop up and stay popped up. So it's flush here and then up. So when you do this technique, you will see what I mean. Looks a little weird when I explain it, but now it's flat here and then up going that way. And then we'll tuck, I think I'll tuck that one in there just to, maybe not, or here. Where do I want? Yeah, maybe I'll go over here. So this one, I think I'll just put flush so that it shows or gives it that look like it's underneath. And go like so. And then that way it looks like it's under these two leaves and the flower. And there you go. Now, you could put some glossy dots on there if you want, but I like it as is. And it's good to go. And now all it needs is a stamp on the inside, which can be anything you want it to be. So this says, wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. And I think this one would be a really great saying. You are wonderful in every way. So let me just grab my pad of paper here again. And I'm going to open that up. Grab another one. Wonderful in every way. There it is. So I'm going to stick that on there somewhere. And then take my black again. Go like so. And then stick that in the inside of my card and hoping I'm straight. Okay, there we go. So now that is running smooth. Okay, now, oh, got ink on my finger. Okay, let's just grab that eraser. Get this ink off here. There we go. And now I'm just going to add a little flower there. So I'm going to grab this one, any flower you really want. And I'm going to stamp it with, let's use the Parakeet Party again. I know. Why can't you have green flowers? Right? Why not? And then, okay, I can go second generation and just add a little overlay there. So I just want that little, you know, shadowing right behind it, just to give it a little punch. Now that card's done. Woohoo! So let's go back to the first one. That was this one. And remember we had that circle? So that's what we're going to put here in the middle. Now, all you have to do now is decide which side you want. Do you want the green on the top or the purple on the top? Right? So you could go like that, or we go this way. I don't think it really matters. I think I like the green on the green coming down. And this again, another simple card. So since I have this one out, I'm going to do again, second generation of flower coming in from the side there. And do it again over here. So I just have that little look. And then let's grab the leaves maybe. I grab the leaf. And again, same thing. Just create that look. It's just giving it that watercolor look. Now, if you don't have the right shade or it's not what you want, you can also just use, what do you call it? Versamark ink. Because Versamark ink will bring out, just wets, gives it that wet look and brings out that paper. I think I'm good. I don't need another one. Okay. Now we need a saying for this one. And on this one, we can use anything. We could use the same ones, or we could use something different. I think I will do maybe, oh, I'm just going to use the same one because it's just easier. It's here. So I'll just put that on the front. I mean, I'm not giving the same cards to the same person anyway. In fact, I'm going to send this to one of you. So we'll stamp that there. I think I was off kilter a little. There we go. Perfect. That's going to go here like so. So now we just need to use some dimensionals. I'm just going to put 3. That's plenty. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hopefully moving forward, I don't have any more internet problems. But I will let you know that on Thursday, I'm not going to be here. But I'm going to record a video and try that. And the reason I won't be here is because Benjamin has his spring band concert. Yay! So, looking forward to hearing that since we haven't been able to do that in the past couple of years. So this now just goes on the front. So all we need to do is dimensional that as well. I had my dimensionals. What did I just do with them? I put them aside. Oh, there they are. stick that on there. So this was the shimmery paper we used just to do the technique with. And again, I didn't want to waste that circle. So I was like, okay, well, what do I do with that circle after? And I know many times I just say, oh, put this piece aside and save it for another card. So that's what I wanted to show you here, was how I did put it aside and am using it for another card. And now we're just going to cover it. Oh, wrong way. See, this is why I opened my front of my card. And stick that on there. Now, you could step it up and use ribbon on there as well. So, let's grab some ribbon. Let's see here. What color should we use? So, we have our 5 new in colors. So, maybe I will pull in that blue. Let's see what you think. Blue or this purple. Oh, we could go with the dark one, of course. The Orchid Oasis. I don't think I've used this one much. You can see I've used blue a lot because it's quite lower than the others. So maybe I will use this one. You could also use the twine and stick that on there, but I like bling. So I'm going to bling it. Oops. That was a really crappy tie. And you know what? Honestly, we're done. After this, we just got to stamp the inside and then we're done. Now you could also decorate the envelopes. You could do the same pattern on the actual envelope itself and get the same so that it has a coordinating match. And then it'll be like, oh, what's this? And then we can put that right there and we have it. So let's grab a dimensional and stick that on. And of course we can put this to the side, to the center, to the front, and I think I'm going to put it in the middle because I think it looks funny to the side. There we go. Just making sure that dimensional isn't showing so it's not too sticky when it goes in there and it's ready to go. There we go. So let me show you my alternates. We are done our designs, which will make my husband very happy because he can start hammering again. And here is the first card I made. I had a leftover white circle, so that's why I used the white. So you can see 2 different techniques. Same thing. We blended that, and then we here I used the dye. We have lots of new dyes that are just dyes that goes with nothing. And here I use the new masks. So one of the new masks. So just so you know, the new Artistic Mix Decorative Masks, 159178. So this one, it actually has a coordinating die. Here's that pattern. And this sits in it. So you have a 2-step mask. And if you're on the Prairie Grass Stampers, one of our Prairie Grass Stampers, Ashley, posted some cards using this one. And then my exciting favorite one, which I want to do with with Tahitian Tide, is the 2-step plaid. Like, check that out. So here's the thin, and then you do the dark first. I would do the dark first. And then the thin layer on top, you get that plaid look. And you can even go at an angle and checker it. Oh, I'm so excited. And then it has 2 sentiment masks. Let's put my hand or like this underneath. So you could mask this way, or you could take this, stick that in, and blend all around these 2 images. There you go. And then you're done. So, yes, those are the new masks that came out. And I'm really excited about them. I'm a sucker for masks. Masks and dyes. Well, masks and punches, really. Okay, so on the inside of this one, I did Happy Birthday Friend with some more of the flowers again. So you could do whatever you want on this one. I probably won't put Happy Birthday Friends. I'm going to leave this one blank and send it to one of you. And then, but what I wanted to share with you is we have these new stamps called Limited Edition. So instead of leaving this side blank, I'm going to take one of these and stick it on the back. So I think I will do a paper hug from me. I think that one's like my favorite. Especially when you're sending this card. You may not see that person. And so we'll grab our Orchid Oasis. Or, I'm going to do Tahitian Tide because I don't have a lot of that on the front. So I'm going to grab my Tahitian Tide, put that on my block, ink it up, and on the bottom here, put a paper hug from me. There you go, like so. And then grab my right marker. And then take my right marker and then put my name there. And my usual signature with a heart. There we go. So ready to roll into the mail. And blank on the inside because I don't want to put happy birthday or anything on there. Or I could just do this one. You are wonderful in every way. And then you can write happy birthday. Wishing you all the best. Congratulations. Whichever you like on the underneath it. So let's just do that. Since I have these two stamps ready to go. And I think that's about center. Don't really know. And we're done. Ta-da! Now I did do the whole flowery thing. So let's do that again. This time I'll do a different color. Let me clean it first. Use my good old dirty chamois. It may be all black there, but it still works fantastic. Got some green inside there, so I'm just gonna try and dig that out of there. Good. And let's grab some more Tahitian Tide and put that blue flower in there. I want to use second generation. Sometimes it's so dark you can do 3 and just stamp that flower. There we go. Ready to roll. Okay, so again, let's close this puppy up. And then those are my 2 alternates there. So if you're interested, we got in Color Club and as well as place an order and receive a free gift. And this was my original that I did, and here's the alternate on that one. So there's our 4 cards. Love it! It's so pretty. So simple and easy to use, so we just reused to create 2 cards without having to go pull out a million different things of product. Although my desk looks like it's a disaster zone. But that is pretty much it. So, I am not running an in-color club, or sorry, a virtual monthly card club for May, but if you place an order of $35 or more, you get a free access pass and invite to my June monthly virtual card club. And as well, if you spend $65 or $60, it's 60, I think it's 60, no, it's $65 or more, then you get a free gift from me. I believe it's 65. So I will double check and make sure I got my math right on that one. I think it's been so long that I don't even remember anymore. Okay, so that is the end of my live that I meant to do on Thursday, which is now Monday morning. So my apologies on the technical difficulties, but do try it out and share with me on my Facebook page how well that went. And I would love to see your creations and to help inspire me as well. So enjoy the rest of the long weekend. Have a great week, and we'll see you again on Thursday. Happy stamping!